Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So, today we have a battle against James. And so, yeah, looking at his team there, looks to be pretty strong, pretty cool looking team there. Looking at my team, it is the same one that I've been using the past several games. So what do I want to lead with in this one? I think we are going to go with the Terrapagos in this one. And we'll see how that works out. All right. So, it looks like he is going to go ahead and lead with the Feraligatr as we lead with the Terrapagos. So, of course, we're going to get the Terra Shell activating right away to transform our form. And so, yeah, I think as much as I do want to get up a Stealth Rock here, I feel like, you know what, actually, this could be the Hisuian Zoroark. So, as much as I would either like to go for a Stealth Rock or a Terra Star Storm here, you know what? I think we are just going to go for the Stealth Rock. It does work to his team, so we'll just go for the Stealth Rock, Scout. And indeed, it is the Hisuian Zoroark, because he goes for a Nasty Plot, and that is a Hisuian Zoroark move. So he does get that Nasty Plot sharp special attack increase, which is bad news, but we do get the Stealth Rock up on his side of the field, which is nice. So, we definitely go for a Dark Pulse here. There's no reason not to, as we know it's the Zoroark. He's going to Nasty Plot again, thinking we don't have a move for him, so he's going to go up to +4 special attack, which is terrifying. We go for the Dark Pulse, which is enough to knock this thing all the way down to a Focus Sash, but it does survive because of it, and indeed reveal the Hisuian Zoroark. So, I think we're in a position where we're about to test just how bulky this this thing is, and by this thing I mean the Terrapagos, because we are at full HP. We do have the Terra Shell to reduce the damage of anything he goes for, so we are just going to Dark Pulse, stay in here. Can we take a +4 attack? He's going to go for a Psychic, probably the best move he has. Terra Shell going to make it not very effective. It's still +4 though, not Stab. Actually, we take it very well, taking us down by a little less than half as we go for the next Dark Pulse, more than enough to finish the Hisuian Zoroark off from there, knocking him down to 5 as we do get some HP back with the leftovers. So Terrapagos avoiding a potentially sticky situation for us there, just being so hard to kill, and of course that's great. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Blaziken and take some Stealth Rock damage. And so in this situation, he could Terra, that is a possibility. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go for the Terra Star Storm here, see what he wants to do. He actually just goes for a bulk up straight away, interestingly, to get that attack and defense increase, probably predicting a switch. But no, we're not going to give you a free turn to switch, to set up, I should say. Go for the Terra Star Storm. It is enough to go ahead and just one-shot that Blaziken outright and knock him down to 4 Pokemon. So definitely no room to breathe in this one, as we do get some HP back with the leftovers, but yeah, definitely not giving any free turns to set up on me here. So we'll see what he wants to come in with in response. It is going to be the Hydrapple. So this thing's coming in. Now, it does take some Stealth Rock damage, and it does have the super sweet Syrup ability, which is going to cut our evasiveness, which I don't believe really matters too much. So we could try to save the Terrapagos for later. I kind of want to in this situation. I'm not aware of any of this thing really being a setup Pokemon, although maybe it is. But you know what? I think we do have a pretty good switch in this situation. I have a couple pretty good switches actually in this situation. So I think we're going to go ahead and just go right into our Moltres. I think that's going to be our play. So, going to save the Terrapagos for later and go directly into the Moltres. as he is going to go for the Fickle Beam, and it is going to do almost half to us, which is quite a lot, and then we do get some, or he does get some HP back with the leftovers. So I think what we want to do here is, I think we want to just go straight for the Air Slash, get as much damage as possible on something, so that's what we're going to do. He does stay in, we go Air Slash. Not quite enough to grab the KO on this thing, unfortunately, but we do get the flinch, which is huge. Get a huge flinch, so this thing can't do anything this turn, which is incredible. Big stroke of luck on our side, and then he gets some HP back with the leftovers. Not going to be enough to survive another attack, though. As we are just going to go for the next Air Slash here, as it will be more than enough to take that Hydrapple out and knock him down to 3 Pokemon. So definitely going pretty well for us here. Definitely a little bit of luck on our side too, which is nice, as now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Feraligatr. So that thing is in. It does take some Stealth Rock damage, and so these things do like to set up if they can. So I'm not 100% sure what he's going to want to do here. He could try to set up, or he could try to take us out outright. Either way, I think our best play is to go for the Air Slash, so that's what we're going to do. We do outspeed this thing. We get a big Air Slash, knocking it down a little below half. He does get the Dragon Dance, though, unfortunately, which is going to go ahead and increase his attack and speed, so that could definitely be problematic. He probably does outspeed us now, which means we're probably not going to get another attack off on him, unfortunately. So I think what we're going to do here, how do we want to play this? There's no point in switching, I don't think. We're just going to try to Air Slash again, but sure enough, he will outspeed us this turn. Go for the Liquidation. At +1, that'll be more than enough to finish the Moltres off, knocking us down to 5 Pokemon. So the Feraligatr could definitely be a big problem. We have to decide what we want to bring in to face this thing. How do we want to play this? How do we want to play this? How do we want to play this? That is the question. How do we want to play this? We should be able to, and depending on his coverage, we should be able to take an attack from this thing. I feel like we take an attack from this thing with... what do we take an attack from this thing with? I feel like we take an attack from this thing with Metagross. So we're going to go ahead and come in with Metagross. So we're going to give that a shot. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to Thunder Punch this thing. I think this is going to be our first line of defense, so we're going to go ahead and try to Thunder Punch him. He does actually have Crunch on deck, unfortunately. It takes us down to about a third, but we do survive. We're very bulky. Max HP. Go for the Thunder Punch in return. It does get rid of the Feraligatr, knocking him down to 2 Pokemon as we get some HP back with the leftovers. So Metagross taking a hit there and averting a potential catastrophe, which is of course great for us, as now he comes in with the Typhlosion, takes some Stealth Rock damage, and frisks us to see our leftovers, which he already knew we had. And so at this point, I don't know that there's really a point in switching, so we're just going to stay in here and try to Earthquake this thing, as he does just go for a Flamethrower. From that range will be more than enough, unfortunately, to go ahead and take our Metagross out and knock us down to 4 Pokemon, but that's okay. We do have answers for this thing, and I think the answer that we are going to explore to try and take this thing down is going to be the Terrapagos, actually. So we're going to go ahead and come back in with that. And I think what we do here, he could switch out. That is a possibility. So in case he does try to switch out here, I think we're actually going to go for the Dark Pulse rather than anything else. Yeah, I think that's our play, just in case he decides to switch. We'll go for the Dark Pulse. He does stay in, though. Goes for the Flamethrower. Does a lot, but we do survive with about a third HP. Go for the Dark Pulse in return. Not quite enough to grab the KO on this thing, unfortunately. as we do get some HP back with the leftovers. And now it's looking like it's going to be pretty close as to whether or not we can live another attack from this thing, but I think we just go for the Dark Pulse again. That's our only play, as he does go for the next Flamethrower. It is unfortunately going to be enough to go ahead and get rid of our Terrapagos, knocking us down to 3 Pokemon, but that is okay because we do have answers for this thing, and the answer we're going to go to in this situation is going to be the Alolan Muck. So we're going to come in with that thing, and this thing is definitely within range of a Shadow Sneak here, so we're just going to go for it. No reason not to. He does stay in. Shadow Sneak will obviously be more than enough from that range to finish that Typhlosion off and knock him down to just 1 Pokemon. So his last Pokemon is going to be the Sceptile, so he's going to come in with that, and he is going to take that Stealth Rock damage. And so he hasn't Terra'd yet, so he could definitely still pull something out here. But I think we just go straight for the Poison Jab. Not going to make any risky predictions here, as he is going to go ahead and bust out the Terra here. What type is he going to Terra into, though? It is going to be Ground. Okay, so he goes Terra Ground, which is bad news, obviously, for us. He does outspeed us. He is going to go for a Terra Blast Ground. Can we take it with the Muck? We are at full HP. Yes, we do take it. Take about 50% from that. We go for the Poison Jab in return. Not going to do a ton of damage to this thing. Takes him down to about 2/3, but we do get the Poison, which is really important. And then we do get some HP back with the Black Sludge, as he is going to take some damage from the Poison, leaving him at about half health. So there's no reason to switch in this situation. We're just going to stay in. We should be able to live another attack, it looks like, hopefully from this range. So we're just going to go knock off this turn, as it'll do more damage. It goes for the next Terra Blast Ground. It's going to be close. Can we survive the second one? Yes, with 19 HP in the red, Muck hangs on, goes for the knockoff in return, and it is going to be enough to go ahead and finish that Sceptile off. And that is game, as we knock off the Ganlon Berry. So we are going to win that one 3-0 against James, but that was a good match, actually. Pretty fast-paced, high-octane game, pretty fun game there. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. Also, this is going to be the last game that I post with this team. I did have a lot of fun using it, and it did work out pretty successfully for me. But as is always the case, we're going to be putting it to the side from now on, and then starting up next time, of course, I am going to have yet another brand new team for you guys. So stay tuned for all that. That's it, and we'll see you next time.